Hi everyone, Comic Reviewer here. This time reviewing on issue 3 of Sonic the Hedgehog, Imposter Syndrome. Now, Imposter Syndrome is meant to cover Sterling's creations, Kitsumi and Surge, and keep in mind issue 3 is meant to kind of reveal more truth about them. And the cover has Sterling using his tricool glove against Metal Sonic with Eggman cheering on. And the story mainly starts off with Sterling becoming a bit more unhinged, saying, "Eggman, Dr. Eggman rejected me. I worked so hard to help him, and he robbed me. Has he thrown into the wilderness?" And he sets out to kind of prove himself better than Eggman, and of course shows to kind of be a bit more mentally unstable. And we see how he's gathered up all the pieces, and even unlike Eggman, who converts animals into robots, he's doing it the other way around. So in other words, Android 17 and Android 18 from Dragon Ball Z saying, "Then the solution was the other way around." And we see how Surge and Kitsumi learn more truths about Sterling's plan, saying, "Sweet Gala, below, does this guy ever shut up?" And of course, we see how Surge and Kitsumi go into more details to look up more truths about them. We see how Sterling manages to point out he's pieced all the pieces together using Sonic and Shadow's behaviour for Surge and schematics from Metal as well as Tails' hair and stuff. We even points out about using Bell's design due to the fact Eggman became Mr. Tinkerer and needed something similar. And of course, we see how Surge and Kitsumi are furious that they've been mind controlled to do whatever Sterling says. And this is where Surge is like, the dude is seriously dead. And we see how originally they were started off normal with Sterling using the glove, saying, "You hate Sonic. You want to destroy him." "I hate Sonic. I want to destroy him." "You will live to support Surge. You will do anything for her." "Live for Surge. Do anything." And over the course of time, we see how they end up becoming what they are, Android 18 and 17, and Sterling saying, "And what of the world-renowned hero Sonic? Huh, I hate that jerk. I'll wipe my shoe on his grave after I put him in it." "And what of your partner Surge? I look out for her, no matter what. I'll do anything for her. Where is she? Can I see her now?" And of course he points out about the failsafes and cybernetics. We see how Surge is maybe a bit more reckless, a bit more cockier than Sonic. And we see how she's a bit more annoyed with Sterling's progress, saying, "I'm not running it again. You want data? You run it." And we see how, unlike Tails, Kitsumi is a bit more of a wimp, and despite Sterling's best attempts at pushing him, no success. And we see how Sterling says, "Oh, unforeseen necessarily for the hypno vulnerability. Have been dealing with the psychological trauma." And we see how, yes, there have been a bit more mishaps in that because of their new personalities. And we even see how they do get better over time. And this is where Kitsumi and Surge find out they used to be normal, but are now cyborgs. With Surge saying, "Okay, look up! Can we please stop? I don't want to know anymore. Look up, we were what?" "You heard him! We're at cyborgs! He put stuff in us! But he didn't make us." And they want to know more truths about themselves, but there is no record. And we see how, despite Surge saying that there's got to be a log somewhere, we see how Sterling shows up saying, "Because it's irrelevant. It's past your bedtime, children." And of course, we see how, despite Surge's protest, Sterling tries to use the tricool glove. And of course, Surge looks away, saying, "No, no, no, not again. Kid, get him." And we see how Sterling panics and stuff, and uses his gear to his advantage. And we see how, despite Sterling's best attempts, Surge and Kitsumi prove to be more of a match for him. And of course, ends up with Kitsumi knocking down Sterling, and just as they're about to finish him off, and with Surge planning to use the glove, and hearing Kitsumi's plan, they decide to hypnotize him into coming up with a new plan, and saying, "Let the dog go to all this trouble just to set himself up for a hard fall? Oh, I can work with that." And we see how Sterling wakes up, and this is where he wonders what's going on, and even starts kind of questioning Surge's behaviour about him falling asleep and that, and about their new personalities, and saying, "I did? Sure did. And you're fine with this?" And of course, we see how Surge and Kitsumi try to butter him up, and decide to attack Eggman's newer base. And this is where we see how Surge tries to play the whole butter up role. And this is where he shows off the plan, with Surge and Kitsumi planning their planning motion to take out both Eggman, Sterling, and Sonic, killing 3 birds with 1 stone. And this is the story. So I would say issue 3 does take some inspiration from Dragon Ball Z, because much like the Android saga, Sterling is basically created Android 18 and 17 with kind of a more Sonic theme. But I think it's still a good story, and I'm hoping we're going to get more insight to Surge and Kitsumi's origins. So I think it deserves a thumbs up. Still good, and still alright. So, Comic Reviewer here, signing out.